Welcome to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I'm your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop. And this is a big time review because not only is it the latest Marvel movie to come to theaters, but for the first time in a year and a half, for me, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go back to the theater. That's right, my review of the 2021 action comic book film Black Widow, coming up now. After finding herself a fugitive for violating the Sokovia Accords after the Avengers imploded in their civil war, Natasha Romanoff finds herself on an adventure that takes her back to Budapest, where she must deal with the secrets of her past and the broken relationships from her childhood. Natasha teams up with her younger sister, Yelena, in hopes of freeing their fellow Black Widows who are currently in a program where they're under mind control of the Russian General Dreykov. The duo end up seeking help from two more figures from their past who were their parental figures in hopes of taking down Dreykov. So what did I think of Black Widow? I thought it's a fantastic spy thriller superhero film. It's directed by Kate Shortland, who directed the films Somersault, Lore, and Berlin Syndrome. There's some really great looking shots and some interesting camera work throughout. I like that the film definitely takes on a spy thriller vibe, a la James Bond or Mission Impossible, which really fits the characters well. The film opens up in a spectacular fashion, showing Natasha and Yelena as young girls growing up in a small town in Ohio, hearing news that they knew one day would eventually come. Through the years that we've seen Natasha, she's always been a character that has had many questions about her past, and this film is where we certainly get some answers. I feel like the movie is much needed as a grand showcase, doing the character justice and a great send-off as well. The main core of the film is set after the events of Captain America Civil War and prior to Avengers Infinity War, which might seem a bit odd to put out now, but I felt it worked well for the story. The action scenes are outstanding, from shootouts to car chases and some great hand-to-hand combat fights. I also saw the film in 3D, and it was the best 3D I've seen in a long time, possibly ever at the movie theater, so if you're interested, it's worth the upcharge. The movie has some rather dark moments which I liked, dealing with these abused girls and hearing or seeing what they went through in the Red Room to become Russian spies and killing machines. There is a very good sense of humor as well, and the comedy never felt forced and blends in nicely. I found myself laughing out loud quite a number of times. The family melodrama also works well and lets these newer characters really stand out. The relationship between Natasha and Yelena is certainly a highlight, and the two actresses have terrific chemistry. There's also a couple of surprises and twists that I wasn't expecting, as well as some double crosses, making it tough to figure out who the audience and the characters themselves can trust. There was even a jump scare I didn't expect, which startled me more than most horror movies that I've seen recently. A lot of fans have been split on Taskmaster, who's not really one of the best villains in the comics, but got some pretty cool moments here, and I didn't mind that the changes that they made to the character. The music choices are awesome too, and as is the score by Lorne Balfe, especially the music during the opening titles and while waiting for the end credit scene. Great work by the brilliant cast, including Scarlett Johansson as Natasha Romanoff / Black Widow, the Avenger and former KGB assassin who finds herself tangled up in a new adventure dealing with figures from her past, Florence Pugh, who's quickly becoming one of my favorite actresses, as Yelena Belova, the successful assassin and fellow Black Widow who feels Natasha is her big sister, David Harbour as Alexei Shostakov, aka the Red Guardian, the Russian super soldier counterpart to Captain America who believes he was a good father figure for the girls, Rachel Weisz as Melina Vostokov, the seasoned spy who also trained in the Red Room, who was a mother figure for the duo, Ray Winstone as Dracoff, the evil head of the Red Room who's using mind control over the widows, and O.T. Fegbanal as Mason, Natasha's ally who's got connections. Black Widow delivered on everything I wanted to see and more, and is one of my overall favorite MCU entries, and was one of the best ways I could return to movie theaters. Number-wise, give me a drum roll, guys. I'm going 10 out of 10 for this one, which gives it the A-list rating of A-list approved. That's right, it gets the A-list seal of approval. Alright, well that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. youtube.com/westside515. Like the show on Facebook, facebook.com/WestTroopaList. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter and the Instagram @WestAList. Until next time, Troop out.